Okay. My question is that what is the scope for ECD dual degree students? Because it's a prestige for computer science or information technology, and whether they can choose any electives cross computer science electives, or they need to go in the electives in the ECE mode only.
So if you recall in the first session, Vijayan mentioned that we do things differently. So we are structured not according to departments. So that's the first signal we want to send to students. Think free. So we have research centers. And so we have several research centers where both CSD and ECD students work side by side. There is no difference. I have many of them. He has, Jawahar has. So there is no difference in that way. So which indicates that our curricular structure, the electives freedom, is also including this possibility that allowing students to choose whichever. And as opposed to what many of you might be thinking, disciplines are really not divided sharply with watertight compartments. There is no such thing. So there are lots of areas where the two disciplines mix a lot, so much so you don't know where the boundary is. And the way we have designed the ECD program is keeping that in mind, because information technology requires hardware understanding, software understanding to make things happen, to make IT happen. So which means EC might have more flavor of the communications and the electronics, the hardware, but it also has the software. That's why if you look at our first semester course itself, all students, regardless of the program they are in, they are taught by the same faculty with same rigor, foundation courses like maths, which is you think, okay, but also computer programming. So we don't differentiate your CS, you have to learn it very thoroughly, your EC, your CLD, no need, no. We think that is the foundation on which you have to stand. So everything is, whether it is EC or CSE, computing is a must. And how you use computing, whether you're computing, how to minimize call drops, which is plaguing all of us, how to use spectrum efficiently, or how to service all of us watching the same video at different point of time. How does that all happen? You need to understand both computer science and ECE for that.
Okay, good. So before we end, I just want to add a next set of points which for you to start thinking of or realizing. So many of you had looked at universities as classrooms where students live in the hostel, they come to the classroom, faculty members live somewhere, they come to the classroom for teaching and they go back. Most of us also wear all of us also wear the hat of a researcher, which tells us that, so you can also look at a university or a research university like IIIT as a place where the research is happening along with teaching. So now you can go back and connect to the set of questions that people ask. Think of like there is a question on are you getting external funds? Yes, we have more than 300 people working on various sponsored projects at any point of time on campus. Many of them students working on different projects, and all the associated infrastructure required for it, whether it is a laboratory or special hardware or software or whatever is required, and they all get funded by external agencies. Now, what does it mean? It gets funded. It is not gifted by external agencies. So we do work on problems that are relevant. People realize our strength. People recognize our contributions and people support. And this, once you have such research outcomes, there are also the associated extra, the infrastructure. There's a question on how do you protect IP, or how do you commercialize things, or how do you convert this into startups? How do you license technologies? All these entire things parallel to the classroom education exist in a research university. It may be new to many of you, or at least not fully familiar within the traditional university system. Being a research university, all this happen on campus. So you see a lot more activities other than teaching and learning happening on campus, and that is because we are a research university, and you are all part of it. Thank you. So we'll end this session here, and what's the next thing for them?
I think we are done for the day. You can spend time with your wards today and tomorrow. And early morning on Monday, they start their academic journey.
So we have a very interesting and exciting induction program designed for you. It starts with a talk by the Director of Translational Health Science in New Delhi. She is the first woman FRCS in the country, and she is going to talk about failure, how she dealt with it. Okay?
Thank you to all the parents, and welcome to Triple IT, and see you on Monday.